It may not look like much at first, but using styrofoam, some lumber, and spray paint, this group of imaginative people from the Sons of Erin are well on their way to creating this year's float, which will carry the Westfield Colleen and her court down the streets of Holyoke on March 19th.
Part of the thing with the Colleens on the float, they love to see the little girls. The little girls love to see them. Some of the little girls dream of being a Colleen, and their dreams actually do come true sometimes. So it's exciting for them.
The tradition of building floats for the parade goes back 40 years for the Sons of Erin.
It started off small, and then the floats actually got really quite large. And now that our committee has gotten a little bit smaller, the size of the float has decreased.
But that hasn't decreased their spirit.
In the city of Westfield, all things Irish center around the Sons of Erin.
It's a magical time of year for members of the Sons whose family lineage traces back to Ireland. They look forward to St. Patrick's Day every year with eager anticipation.
I used to celebrate St. Patrick's Day more than birthdays, Christmas, Easter. I always look forward to it.
Yeah, and I guess
it means it'll be busy down here, I can tell you that much.
we'll be celebrating for a whole month.
This time of year, people kind of start coming out of the woodwork, and so you see people that you haven't seen in a really long time. So it's kind of like the Sons of Erin becomes almost like a gathering space for these people who had connections, and they are able to reconnect this time of year.
The history of the Sons of Erin dates back to 1978, when an organizational meeting was held. Notes from that first meeting included objectives of the club, the need to be chartered, how to seek legal counsel, and of course, what to call themselves.
Tommy's father came back from Ireland with a gift with me with the Irish coats of arms of different families, and on it was the Sons of Erin. So we were discussing names. I can remember, Mac, you had the Friendly Sons of St. Patrick, and Johnny Kane had the Irish Turf Club, and I said, geez, how about the Sons of Erin? They went and said, nice and short to write on checks.
The Sons, as it is more commonly known, began to hold regular meetings above what was then a donut shop on Elm Street in the city's downtown. Founding member Mike McMahon remembers the early years.
Right there, that was our opening night. I think it was June 26th, 1979. And that was my father on one side, my grandfather in the middle, and me on the outside. I was 26 then, and I'm going to be 71 next month. So back then, we were the young guys. Now we're the old guys.
As the membership grew, it was time to expand, and the club was able to purchase this site on William Street in 1984.
It has come a long way. I mean, when we first started, we just had a small place, and we got involved in a number of different things citywide. And we got involved with, of course, the Holyoke St. Patrick's Parade, where we build this float, and we have Colleens and everything to go along with it.
This year's float is the grand prize winner.
Over the years, the Sons have had a proud tradition of creating award-winning floats for their city's Colleen and her court to ride on. This year's float is based on the Tommy Makem song, 4 Green Fields. The song is about Ireland, personified as an old woman, and its 4 provinces, represented by green fields, one of which remains occupied by the British. Also on the float are flowers, representing the hope for Ireland's reunification.
Over the years, in the 40 years, we've had children coming in to help, and when they've grown up into adults, they've come back and had their children come and help. My son worked on the float many years ago, so it's a nice family club tradition.
So what started with a simple idea discussed by a few guys over some beers still shines true today. And although at over 900 members, much larger than the founders envisioned, the Sons of Erin is still a close-knit social community of Irish-American descendants, gathering to promote and foster Irish heritage and interests in Western Massachusetts.